Shalom Chevra, how are you? I want to take you back 5 weeks to the beginning of Pesach, Seder night. We said Dayenu. We said Ilu Keravanu Lifnei Har Sinai, V'lo Natanu et Torah Dayenu. Had Hashem brought us to Har Sinai and not given us the Torah Dayenu. Doesn't really make sense. The whole culmination of Yetziat Mitzrayim, the whole denouement of the exodus of Egypt was receiving the Torah. We're going to say it would have been enough had we been brought all the way to the mountain, to Har Sinai, to Chorev, and not be given the Torah? So my Rosh Yeshiva, Rav Hirschfeld, quoting Rashi, likes to explain, what were we at Har Sinai? We were Ish Achad V'Lev Achad, one people, one heart. And that unity, that togetherness, was Dayenu. Now it's interesting, at the beginning of this week's Parsha, we speak about Har Sinai. We say that Vaydaber Hashem al Moshe b'Har Sinai le'mor, that God said to Moses at Har Sinai, saying, and then we start listing the mitzvah of Shemitah, the concept of working your land for 6 years and letting it lay fallow on the 7th year. This is a mitzvah that only happens in Israel, very unique to that land. Now, Rashi asks here, why are we talking about Shemitah? All the mitzvot were given at Har Sinai. What's so special about this one? And his answer is, well, just like all the details of the mitzvah are laid out in this week's Parsha, the mitzvah of Shemitah, so too all the details of every mitzvah was laid out at Har Sinai. But Rav Shimon Schwab says it still begs a question, what's so special about Shemitah? Why Shemitah? Why not any other mitzvah? And he answers like this. Shemitah is a very, very special thing, a mitzvah that is clearly shows Hashem's reign. It's one thing to take 1 day a week and rest. It's another thing to take a year in 7 and rest. There's no greater strength of who is the real ruler, who is the king on high and down below, than taking a year off from work and expecting to survive. Maybe this is something we can relate to in our current state of affairs. So the question is, how do we survive this? Well, one, the simple answer is just have trust in Hashem. But two, I would like to suggest the approach that we saw by the Seder night. Ish echad v'lev echad dayenu. If we just come together, if we just act unified, that is enough. That will get us there. And I'm going to take it a step further. How do we do that? It's very nice to be said. It's a nice little drasha. But how do we do it? I want to encourage you. Reach out to each other. Reach out. You have so many people listed in your phone. And how many of them do you speak to on a regular basis? How many acquaintances do you keep in touch with? I think if we can reach out to those around us, whether they need to or not, all the more so if they need it. Just say, hello, how are you? Spend 5 minutes reaching out to somebody. That's how we can exhibit an Ish Echad V'Lev Echad. And with that, we should have Dayenu. And soon, speedily, We should get out of the disaster that we find ourselves in into something much better. B'meheira b'yameinu. Shabbat shalom, and all the best.